We are going to discuss about how to avoid plagiarism on your blog or website. First, let me think about what is plagiarism. As we all know that plagiarism means it has a short definition of it, like a CCP means cut, copy, and paste. Without we can without giving any credit, it's like cheating and taking someone else's hard work to claim it as your own. So plagiarism means we can take something from someone's content without giving any citation and any other things. So here's a definition of what is a plagiarism: an act or instant of using or closely limitation in the language and thoughts of another author without authorization and the representation of that author's work as one's own. So here is types of plagiarism: complete plagiarism, partial plagiarism, and plagiarism. But what is not considered as a plagiarism? On the other hand, the charge of plagiarism does not apply when you cite information that is common knowledge, generic, and widely available. If you read a piece of in a several source, or if it is something your readers are probably already aware of, there is no need to reveal the source of your knowledge. So here is the our topic, that how to avoid plagiarism in your content. So first one is, so how can we keep ourselves from copying someone else in order to protect their equity and our own reputation. Here are a few tips that should help keep you on the right side of a content reaction. So take your time. And plagiarism often happens with a looming deadline, and when you need to get the next bits out of the door quickly. Therefore, the first step is to plan enough time for the writing process. Make sure you have buffer to edit and double check your content so that you don't keep anything in there that you didn't write yourself. Here is a content creation process that might help. And keep track of sources. If you use information from someone else, note it down. Better yet, create a link to them while writing, including the link in your draft. That way, you stay aware of what is your own scribblings and what is the writing of the other people. And third one, read more than one source. The danger of plagiarism also looms when you limit yourself in your research. If you base all or ideas on another piece of content, you easily run the danger of adhering to its structure, phrasing, and other identifiable characteristics. So read broad and learn as much as you can. So we have one laziness that we have to present something. At that time, we always choose any blog, and one blog through we can make our presentation. So we have to avoid that things. We have to think about some authentic source. And here is a quote: if you simply want to leave the text verbatim from your resource materials, you can block out the text on your blog post and place a link back to the site or online resource you got it from. And here is the attribute. The sum goes if you plan or including a original idea point from another source, even if you express it in over words. Be so kind should that think this doesn't not only free you from the charge of plagiarism, but it's also a good idea in term. So as we know that when we do the plagiarism, at that time we cannot give any ki- uh, we cannot give any kind of we cannot give any kind of things there. We can easily find some source from to put in our writing. And last one is paraphrase. If you are spreading information that does not need to be attributed to anyone, it's a common knowledge. Make sure your paraphrase and rewrite it. Keeping the same language and phrasing will only get you punished for duplicate content. And remember, so here is my conclusion that it seems a plagiarism is an inherent part of the internet. With millions of uh, blog posts published every day, there is a bound to be some overlap in information. However, that is no excuse not to be vigilant in your own effort to avoid passing other people's work off as your own. So by being consistent in your writing efforts, keeping track of your information sources, and providing links, you not only safeguard yourself against charge of stealing, but also insert yourself into the broader of conversation. So these are my work citation, and